okay, I guess I need to follow through on this. I kind of hinted at during one of Mecca's live chats about, and someone suggested I do a video of it. But basically, about a time back, it would have been 86 or early 87. I was in England in the Air Force, and there's a group of us, but there were at least four of us. Maybe there was a fifth guy with us, but I'm pretty sure. I know the four of us caught wind of a Star Trek convention nearby, and I was kind of chomping to get back to a convention because I hadn't been there since I got in England, and so found out that okay, and looked up the name of the hotel somehow. I don't know. This is the 80s. There was no internet. But somebody found it's in London. Okay, so bundle up into a taxi, I guess, because nobody would have driven in them. So into Ipswich, catch a train into London, get down to this hotel. There's no convention going on there. So I wonder what's going on. And the gal at the desk, very nice lady, did a few calls, and no, it was not the hotel in London. It's their other hotel in Liverpool. Okay, decision time. We've already come as far as London. Do we go ahead? Yeah, outside. What the hell? We're in this. So off to Liverpool. Then we get the train. Oh, I forget. I forget what station it was. It was a big one. It was probably Paddington Station, I guess. I don't know. It was whichever one. Get the train to Liverpool, and got to see a lot of the British countryside as we took the train to Liverpool for a convention just on the fly because we'd already put in for the leave. It was the weekend, and off we went and got there. It was a nice little convention. I did. I got. I still have. I replaced my copy of the Inside Star Trek album. Over here is in Columbia Records. Over there was CBS Records, and just slight difference. Instead of the liner notes on the record sleeve inside, it was on a separate sheet. So other than that, it's the same record. So I managed to get that, and it's just different enough to get a conversation started. But it's like we're not going back the same day. It's all the way from Liverpool to back to London and Ipswich, and so we got a hotel for the night. And of course, me being the dead bait that I had to kind of pool some resources to get me a room. But the rates are pretty reasonable. Unfortunately, being the big Beatles fan that I and others in the group couldn't really see much of Liverpool. So all we saw was like the train station, the hotel where the convention was, which it was okay. It was a very low key affair. Walter Koenig was the big guest there. And the dealer's room was okay. Let's see, John got himself a little resin model of Prometheus shuttle from Alien. And I forget what anybody else got, but it was okay. It was a very small, very low key. And there was one room where they were screening episodes. So not a lot of people were on them. There was one guy in costume, sort of. He had a red shirt on and some black pants. But I tried to get in the spirit. I had this big cast aluminum phaser that I stuck in a belt loop. Because you could do that sort of thing. Now, in the end, it was actually a relic from the 70s, really. That I got for relatively cheap, I guess. But again, that was a state of prop reproductions back then. If something you could afford, it was going to be a big clunky. You could probably take somebody's head off. I still have it somewhere. Because what else are you going to do with it? But it's an old. I think the company was like Starfleet Incorporated, by a game who went by the name of James T. Kirk, selling these monstrous, prop. And it was slightly oversized, and they had cast aluminum body with an ABS phaser one. Stuck a 9-volt battery in there, and it made kind of a noise. So I had that on me. At least have my bona fides. Yes, I'm a Trekkie. I belong here. But we had a little fun day out and ate at a nearby KFC. So, and then it was that con's over, or at least next day, whatever. And back on the train back to London. So it was like not a lot to tell, but it was an interesting time. But because we really didn't see anything, I really don't consider myself to have really visited Liverpool, because I really didn't see anything of Liverpool. It was not, I saw the Mersey. That's the Mersey River, because you got to cross that to get into the town. But That's a big, wide river. Okay. But Liverpool itself really haven't truly experienced much of it. So I look into. Did I see the bit? No, I didn't see anything of the Beatles stuff. No. So that is on. That remains on the bucket list. Things to do. Get to England. Really visit Liverpool. Check out the Cavern Club and then Penny Lane and all the usual, haunts. Go to Aunt Mimi's house and see if Johnny can come out and play. And well, there we go. So that's my Liverpool story. So PayPal, Patreon down below. Things are starting to finally starting to. I'm pretty sure I cannot really say anything in detail right now, but let's just say things are starting to come to a head finally. So hopefully soon things will be changing rather drastically around here. As in, I really won't be here anymore. Be going somewhere else. But yeah, things are starting to move finally, and we will have a resolution to our fate. Or at least, where to start the rest of our lives. And more secure surroundings than what we got right now. So, until then, the post office box is still Captain Robert April, 4046 North Goldenrod Road, number 115, Winter Park, Florida, 32792. And I know people got on me about, doing all this spending. This did not cost much at all. In fact, but for what I got, it's for the the musical contingent of our little group. This will mean something. I got myself a legitimate Squire Fender in pieces and originally it was just a token bid on the body because the body was sold separately for I bid like $50, and I figured I'd be outbid. Nope, it came through, so I got this thing for, and then I had to get a neck, so I got put in these little bits on a few different necks, kept getting outbid on there. And there's one of them finally did. Buy it now. It's a free shipping, $42 for the neck. So granted, around $100, I got a legitimate Strat. It's not a knockoff, but it's a legitimate Squire Bullet Stratocaster. But I also kind of found out why the original person probably got rid of it, because right down in here they had broken off the string right inside the bridge. And apparently couldn't figure out how to fish the thing out. I got it out easily. Just got an Allen wrench, poked it out, and nope, okay, and the ring string. But also, the saddles here are screwed up. In fact, it's missing the screw heads to adjust them. And now, this being a Squire instead of a full-flown Fender, I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff because I went to get into it. So I know what the hell I'm doing with these guitars. I also know that with Squire, being a Chinese-made thing, it's cheaper metal. And it turns out it's just cheaper to buy a whole new bridge than try and buy new saddles, because the saddles are like a few bucks a piece. But I managed to get a whole bridge, for like $15, free shipping. It's coming from Pennsylvania. Should be here, really in a few days. No more than a week. Like, it's already been shipped. Within hours of making the order, it's been shipped. So, only regret on that is I didn't kind of pull the trigger quickly, and I did notice there's no place for a whammy bar. So, minor problem. I don't need to know how to do a whammy bar at this point. I got a whammy bar on the other guitar that I got for $45. So that's another little project in the offing. And I think I've kind of gotten the thing. It's owning a Strat is kind of like owning a Harley. Until you start swapping parts out and modifying it, you're not truly in it. Well, I've started swapping and I'm putting parts on it. And it's the main thing that made me pull the trigger on the new bridge is it's a genuine Fender bridge. It's not a Squire bridge. It's the upgrade to the Fender. It's made in Taiwan, so slightly better materials than mainland China. And hopefully, as it is right now, the one saddle is screwed up, and I've the neck as much as I can, and the one string is set so damn low, it's rubbing against the frets. I can't even start tuning it. But this should be interesting, But I haven't, because I do want to get back into actually learn how to play this shit, I was really trying, and one of the most irritating things about the various evictions and having to move is somebody stole my guitar out of it. I had a couple guitars. One of them was a cheapy thing with a built-in amp. I never liked to do anything with it. But one of them was like this other one here. It was an off-brand version of a Strat, but it had held up nicely. It was originally painted like Eddie Van Halen's guitar, and I sanded that all off and just put urethane finish on it. But I think, if I remember, it had a humbucker on the double pickups on the thing. So it was a nice guitar. It held tune and everything. It was fun. And some little low life I must have stolen it off the truck. Well, because I know I had it and I put it on the thing, but lost that and a speaker. Speaker from my stereo. Somebody stole a speaker and my guitars. These people, there's just low life people in this world, This sucks. But yeah, that's the box. The PayPal. Again, the PayPal stuff has really kind of dropped off, and nobody's throwing money at us all of a sudden. Do you think just because I got a regular roof in my head, I don't need money? Come on. And not just for this kind of crap. I got bills and other things. I got to try and reestablish our life here. And again, Patreon. I got 2 patrons that are holding in there. Let's get some help on it, okay? And I got a $1 level. For $1 a month, you can throw, just to say yes, we like you. We want to keep you going, If you want, and nobody's ever taken advantage of the higher levels about getting something from the Cafe Press shop. So, but anyway, there's your options to help support this channel, and of course, like, share, subscribe, and all that yada yada. And we will talk at you later.